So let's refresh.
So C7, we have all shoulder motions.
Hey, Laura's talking.
Elbow extension, flexion, forearm supination and pronation, and wrist flexion and extension. But of course, no abs and no lower body. But for this particular transfer, it's a modified prone on elbow. So although the person could use different muscle groups or whatever, we're just going to show you it this way, prone on elbows, even though they could use extension, which we're going to use at the end. Okay? So I just want to go ahead and show you what her arm position is going to be. She's going to be pushing from the wheelchair using the armrest onto the mat. So this is what her arms are going to be like. And so this is what I would tell you how to do. You put your arms like so. But first, before we do that, we're going to need to get the slide board under you, okay? Okay. So if you can go ahead and help by just leaning over. And I'm going to scoot it under there, okay? And what we need you to do is you're going to go ahead and you're going to move yourself on the slide board, and you're going to end up sitting on the edge of the table like this, okay?
One thing we're missing with this patient? Yeah, let's get gait belt.
Pardon me?
Gait belt.
Gait belt.
Oh, gait belt.
So the reason we're calling this prone is because she's turned over on her stomach as she's doing this. It doesn't mean that she's laying on her stomach, but she's got her body turned over. That's why it's called prone, straight from your lab sheet. And with this one, just like with any of the ones that you guys will do, and like we taught you last year with sliding board transfers, do you want to go to a surface that you're transferring to should be higher or lower than the surface that you're at? Yeah, lower if possible, or at least even if possible. And sometimes if you can't and it's just too high, then it is what it is. But you want it to be, lower if possible.
So again, what you're going to do is you're going to be pushing from the wheelchair with your arms as much as you can. And it's hard, obviously, because she isn't going to have any ab strength or her lower extremity. So she's pushing as much as she can.
So we as the therapist will make sure that her hands on.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she's going to sit up. And then at this point, we said she can use her arms to slide herself off the board.
Which is actually a very good point. Remember, when someone is C7 and they have elbow extension, it doesn't mean that they have great coordination of what to do with the rest of their body or their trunk. So that might be why you start with something like this versus just lifting up and trying to pull over, because someone who's new to this might be doing the elbow extension and not know what to do with the rest of their body or not even be able to move it at all. So that's why this can be very helpful. Okay, now she's going to get back into the chair.
So now we're going back into the chair. So I'm going to, and we're going to be prone.
I know we got to watch these tables because if you get them too low, they move because then the things come up.
So she's going to be prone on her elbows, and what she's going to be doing, and I will swap. I'm going to swap you out here. Okay. So then prone on elbows, and she's going to walk herself with her elbows on the slide board into the chair.
The same idea. She's pushing herself back, easier to get down in.
Slide, and then she can use her arms at this point.
Okay, good? Yeah. And then the next one they're going to do is the same type of patient, but they're going to demonstrate long sitting in a wheelchair and rolling out onto the bed.
Okay, so Laura, I'm going to ask you to bring your foot up so you can use your arms to bring your foot up.
Or if she had leg lifters.
Yeah.
Or if not, we would do it.
All right, and try to use your elbow so you could move a little bit more on the table. And then you can just roll over.
We probably want to clear the wheel first.
A little bit more.
So we would use one of the clear the wheel techniques first.
And then roll over.
And then, yep, and that's all it is. So you clear the wheel. Let's go back a step here.
So again, this is
Long
This
sitting.
is called, in your lab, this is, long sitting wheelchair, roll out to bed. So hang on, before her feet go up, push feet down. Wow, it's a miracle. Okay, first thing we're going to do is clear the wheel, so butt comes forward, enough to clear the wheel.
So this is what you.
Yeah, and then legs up.
Then
Huh?
just like that.
And I first time clear this one.
Clear the wheel? Oh, we talked about clearing the wheel in basic health care. And we just did it a few weeks ago. That's as fresh in my head.
Just good forward, yeah.
Good forward.
Just good forward and then
So I'm clear.
then long sitting. Then roll over.
Okay, very good.
Take
All right.